进入虚空的领域。有没有超破的啊？里面好像什么都没有，但是如果你进去的话，你会发现完全不一样。这个是魔法。
No, that's not quite true. I knew who I was. It's just I was lost and I had nowhere to go. I had no when to go. Does that make sense?
Time lays traps for the dead.
大家好，欢迎大家点击这个影片跟我一起来玩驱灵者新伊甸的幽灵。我是魏巍。上集的影片里面，我们到了希瑞蒂安岛，一个女巫的岛。那我们接下来要去找这个女巫。那我们从这个小小的洞爬进来的，如果要继续往前走的话，你会发现走这个地方没办法继续前进。虽然你可以把这些石头炸掉，但是前面这边你炸不了。那如果要继续去找女巫的话，我们要往后面走。这样往后面这边，我们从这边进来的，但是我们可以从这边走。
Hanging dolls. Witches do like to be creepy.
As a child, I made dolls just like those.
I bet you
这样
did.
一路绕过这些障碍，去找女巫。
Seeker's Black Pond.
这样我们就真的到了希瑞蒂安岛，女巫的岛。等一下我们跟女巫碰面了。
What is that?
Antea?
他的女朋友已经先过去了。鬼魂走的比较快一点，这看起来是一个破破烂烂的房子。有没有超破的啊？里面好像什么都没有，但是如果你进去的话，你会发现完全不一样。这个是魔法。
No, that's not quite true. I knew who I was. It's just I was lost and I had nowhere to go. I had no when to go. Does that make sense?
Time lays traps for the dead. It's never fair.
His voice was a beacon, the light in the darkness that led me back to me and to the world.
You have a powerful connection, you two. Or will have. Or had. Possibly all three.
女巫讲话很玄呢。
And here he is, the other Banisher. Greetings.
Good day.
Come, sit. It's been too long.
Have we met?
Of course we have. Just now. Also later. Decades ago. Never mind. It's good to see you, Red McRae.
I told her our story. I hope you don't mind.
Such an ordeal. I'm so very sorry you have to go through it. How hard it must be for you both.
Thank you.
But now you're here together, and I'm glad. Because you'll only be able to end this together.
我们继续玩下去之前啊，这个地方是一个很重要的剧情，就是他们本来要回到新伊甸镇那边，直接去对抗最大的敌人。不过这个女巫叫他们先过来她的这个地方，跟女巫谈一下。所以女巫有些事情要告诉他们，这边应该是很重要的剧情，我不打算跳过，我就来看一下这边的剧情。我就问说，为什么要带我们来这里？
You brought us here. Why?
You have many questions, and I have little time.
Your novice mentioned it. I am sorry.
I am not. Soon I'll be one with the trees, root and bark. But that is not why I asked you here. Dearest dears, the path ahead is yet unclear. But know this. If you are to defeat the nightmare, your hearts must be open. Open, of course, to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be strong.
他们叫他过来，就是说，你们如果要对抗最后的敌人的话，你们要敞开心胸，敞开心胸就可以了吗？我们要如何打败他？
How can we defeat it? How can we even begin to match its power?
You surrender unconditionally to each other. When you died, dear Antea, New Eden crumbled, but some yet live. Seek them out. Help them.
The nightmare won't like that.
No. You are, after all, a threat to her existence. And rightly so. She believes you cannot reach into her domain. She is wrong. There is a way. The void. A dreadful place beneath both the incarnate and the invisible. When you have learned to walk the void, you may use it to enter the nightmare's den. First, you must free the people of New Eden from her grip.
他说我们要回去新伊甸，就是之前那个新伊甸的人，那个镇的人已经分崩离析了，可能不住在新伊甸镇里面，新伊甸镇全部都被那鬼魂占领了，然后要我们去帮助新伊甸的人，需要帮助新伊甸的人逃脱他的魔爪。然后我就说，要帮助那些人，对我们生命应该负责的那些人吗？
To reach New Eden and retrieve my body, we must help the very people who created the nightmare in the first place?
Yes.
Excuse my lack of enthusiasm. Can we not just go back to the meeting house and do our jobs?
You must release folk here from her grasp. Only then, through the void, may you reach New Eden Town and confront her.
How do we access the void? Is there a ritual?
In places, the void is breached. Follow the beacons. Do not stray, and all will be well. Our seeker crafted you a tuning key. With it, you may open the breach. Don't linger. Time is fickle.
比如说，我们要帮助之前新伊甸镇的居民，才能够进入虚空，到虚空界，然后直接到恶魔的巢穴。啊，好悬哦！然后我就说，我们找到一件诅咒的物品，我忘了我们找到什么诅咒的物品。
We recently came across a cursed item and thought you could help us cleanse it.
Really? Why us?
Well, you know, spells, curses, witches.
I was teasing. How fun it is to see you squirm. There are many ways to enchant an item or dispel its curse. Seeker may be of help. Go talk to her. She likes to tease you too.
啊，那个眉毛、那个睫毛都是白的，都老到睫毛都是白色的。
By the beach as I drowned, you sent Seeker to find me. How did you know where to look?
Are you asking an old hedge witch how she knows what goes on in her own garden? The woods and rivers are full of friendly claws, and feathers and scales. I always know what I need to know.
I guess that's the best answer we can expect.
It is the best of all those I've tried, dearest dears.
然后我再问关于梦魇。
The nightmare in the meeting house was by far the most powerful ghost I've ever faced. From where did it come?
Unforgiving wrath is a bottomless well for vengeful spirits. But in this case, I suspect an even more vile source involved.
What do you know of Deborah?
Not much. I have avoided the people of New Eden for decades. I do know she was tried for witchcraft.
Was she a witch? Was she one of yours?
Would it matter if she was? She was no witch. She was a woman, a victim of the basest of human fears.
哦，就是那个梦魇啊，黛博拉，她其实，之前她不是女巫，可是她可能被新一殿的人误认成女巫，然后把她杀了，然后就是很有恨在心里面，然后就变成一个魔鬼噩梦。
We know the beast was linked to the nightmare. We're not so clear on how.
Through the beast, the nightmare inflicted its curse upon the settlers. The beast was its avatar. I'm sure it has others.
What are they exactly?
They are manifestations of her power. They may also represent her only weakness. The nightmare's spirit was shattered by the violence that created it. Properly studied, the pieces may provide the key to lifting her curse.
讲得好悬哦，后退。他有卖东西。
Would a hedge witch have something interesting in her swamps for a banisher?
I always have, and I always will.
讲我钱包有800多块钱哦，可以买很多东西，就对。可我不知道我要买什么哎。可以买衣服、透明纤维，或是买一些装备，还买一些资源。资源有宝石、透明纤维。我打算来买一些装备。装备的话，我可以买这个精神寄生。还可以买别针，我应该可以买2个。哦，如果是衣服的话，只能买1个。那如果我买这个，然后再买一个这个，这样我的钱就花完了。
Thank you, Ceridian. We'll be off.
Before you leave, tell me, what did you choose?
What do you mean?
Each of you made a promise to the other. What was it? What did you choose?
I chose to stay.
Lives for a life?
要很多的生命换你这个一命。
I made a promise.
我要救他
Pay
女
the
朋友。
price.
I do not judge the deal. I worry about the cost. The tuning key is on the table. In the void, it will protect you. Seeker waits at the pool to show you the way.
它这个地方有很多很多的道具哦，我们就拿一下。尤其是这个绿音器，等一下我们要进入虚空，然后需要这个绿音器。那我们来拿一下宝箱里面的东西。
Help yourself, and take all the help you need.
书的话我就阅读一下。这边有探索者的笔记。
Witchery feels unnatural, dangerous.
Banishing, of course, is famously safe.
这边呢？里面有什么女巫石？不知道之后有什么用。 这样拿到所有的道具以后，我们就可以离开了。女巫告诉我们，我们应该要去救之前的居民。走喽！离开以后，这个房子就变破破烂烂了。
Come on, we've work to do.
这样我们就去找探索者，从这边走。
Ceridian gave us a tuning key. Now I know how you pull your little disappearing trick.
It's no trick. It's what we do to survive. Too many bastards out there want us dead.
This must be one of the breaches Ceridian mentioned.
Yes. This is a void breach. But yours are a little further down, in the cave. You'll see. This one is special. It's the last and only way into New Eden Town since the
之后我们如果要去新伊甸镇的话，就要从这个地方过去新伊甸镇。
Why would you want to do that? The nightmare is strong. She has New
现在没办法回去，因为现在梦魇坏人的实力非常大。
And maybe, just maybe, you can walk through that breach and live.
All right, all right.
我们先要去其他的地区削弱一下坏人的实力。
That shouldn't be a problem.
Once through the breach, there's no turning back. Keep going and don't look back.
We found a cursed object.
An object? What object?
A chest, locked and evidently cursed.
A curse could mean different things, depending. What do you think happened?
We found it in the wilderness. We think maybe someone bound a spirit to it for protection.
Ah, I do believe you found a chest belonging to Fear God.
How do we get it open?
Why would you want to open it? That's demonology, and I'm not one for stepping in no demonology, even if old Fear God wasn't the worst. But from what he told me, Fear God Waterbury, the man, not his ghost, kept a ritual of unbinding in his breviary.
Do you have this breviary?
No, but I know he can find it. He spent his last years in seclusion, deep in the dark woods. Go northeast from the hunter's camp. Keep to the east side of the trail until you can turn south. You should come to a clearing. He had a hut there. You forget things sometimes, so here. I'll write it down for you.
Void walking. Can you tell me more about it?
I use it to leap from one breach to another, as Ceridian taught me. I don't dally, nor should you.
Why not?
The void is terra incognita. I suspect Ceridian knows, but isn't saying. Bad sign, that. Very bad sign.
I'm curious. What do you think of the nightmare yourself?
I think the nightmare is the child of our father's iniquities. And of our own sins, too.
Do you admire it?
I fear it. But I accept its wrath, as I accept the rain. And New Eden surely deserves the flood.
就是可能新伊甸的人做了什么坏事，然后这些坏事就是造成一些怨恨，然后就会有坏人，就会有恶魔出现。
Tell me about yourself, Seeker.
How do I put this politely? No.
So, who's Deborah?
I know no Deborah. I don't think I've ever known a Deborah.
那我们都问了，
We'll be going. Hope to talk again
应该
soon.
所有的资讯我们都收集到了。
I do so enjoy our little chats across the hem.
Let me get this right. We're looking for a breviary belonging to a demonologist that Seeker met after his death. All this in order to learn how to cleanse malignant spirits bound to cursed objects.
Remember Balthazar H. Frenhofer's teaching. Efficient, adaptive, versatile.
这样，我们来看一下到底现在的我们的记录到底是什么？我们现在到了沼泽女巫这边，讲我们到了希瑞蒂安岛上，在那边从老女巫的那个地方得知，如果想要得到这个女主角的尸体的话，就必须消除这个梦魇对整个区域的影响。然后他就给了他们一把律音器，可以用来打开虚空裂隙，然后并在世界上快速旅行。讲，那我们就来去找这个裂缝，在这边。
Is this Seeker's Cave?
Only one way to find out.
这里面就有一个裂缝，那我们就可以选虚空穿越，进入虚空的领域。千万不要往回头看，一定要一直往前走。
Remember what we were told. Follow the beacons. Move fast. No looking back.
我觉得等一下一定会出意外。就希望不要碰到什么坏人。快走，快速往前走。
This place looks barren, lifeless.
This is the realm of the dead. This is the underworld.
Let's not linger.
听到有些鬼魂的声音。
Did you hear that?
Yes, keep moving.
跟着火走。
There, our way out.
哎，
What is going on?
I know that voice from long ago. I banished its owner.
What does that mean?
It means we must leave now.
出了去
Next
吗？
beacon is dead. What new abomination is this?
I'd say a sorrow used as a Cerberus. That's unheard of. Every totem killed makes it stronger. Trouble's about. 小心点，小心点！ Dodge!
小心点，小心点！
Incoming!
我中招，我中招！
have to do this myself.
Watch out! Eyes peeled.
Tell us if it's a pain in the arse, more like.
小心点，小心点。
Piss off!
解决了。
From what hold of this horror crawl?
I don't know, but we need to go.
继续穿越虚空。从这个地方离开。
The hell was that? Ceridian's key was supposed to get us through unnoticed.
I don't know.
然后我们来去试着帮助新伊甸的居民。我刚才是不是拿到一把枪啊？新伊甸是在前面。
Are you all right?
I'll do. But that nightmare over there, we know so little about it. That worries me. What about you?
Whatever the reason, that nightmare is here because of something these men and women did. New Eden reeks of their guilt. I died because of them. Curse these people. Curse them and their secrets and their sins.
We'll get there.
We always do.
Are those breaches really safe?
We were protected.
You heard the whispers, the despair, and that one voice. It called to you. Something knew you were there. It saw you. I thought... For a moment, I thought of them. Those poor butchered boys. I swear in the void I heard their screaming. Weans. Sent to die for their sultan's pride. It was like I was back in the Balkans.
Those ghosts are gone. You asked for their ascent and I gave it to them. They're not in the void.
I know. This void. Is it hell? Like in the scriptures?
The scriptures? Whose scriptures?
It's just a... What if all the teachings of my youth were wrong? What if what we just saw is what awaits me for my sins? I became a banisher to help the living by ending the suffering of lingering ghosts. But we don't end their pain. We condemn them to an eternity of suffering. We curse them.
Rory, you are the kindest, most compassionate banisher I have ever met. Don't let an old god scare you into thinking otherwise.
This void is the work of no god. What if they come back? What if the souls I blamed come for me? They'd have every right.
The spirits of the living are consumed in the ritual. They're not coming back. All is well. As long as we stay together, all is well.
Aye. All is well. Right.
我看不太懂这一段在讲什么他大概是讲说进入虚空以后，他听到一些声音，然后这些声音会让他有一些担心，担心什么呢？担心他之前驱灵的那些人会永生永世在那个虚空的环境里面吗？这样不管怎么样，我来换一个武器。我拿到一个新的武器，在这边迅疾。然后我还有拿到，刚才有买这个精神寄生，在那个女巫那边买的。我来换一下武器，然后我们就继续探险。我们现在到底要往哪边走呢？往这走好了。
Seeker wasn't lying about the burned-down bridge.
Which way? North by the mountains or south through the woods?
Let's pick one and see where it takes us.
要去新伊甸的路桥已经被打坏了，然后有2个方向可以走，直接走是新伊甸，然后我们现在要绕路，可以去沃图小镇或者是杰利科堡。在这边要选其中一个。这房间可以进去吗？
I need to stop at some point. Here would be all right.
我这边可以休息一下，我休息一下。那我就打算这一集先玩到这个地方，下一集我们来继续玩下去。感谢大家来看我的影片，我现在的频道是新的频道，欢迎大家订阅我的频道，欢迎帮这个频道按一个赞。我们下一集应该是往沃图小镇出发，就有2个方向可以选，我要选沃图小镇。那我们就下集见，拜拜。